Behind this global call for calm is a powerful vision. Founder of Day of Calm and BeABetterParent.com, Celia Kibler has spent decades helping families end yelling and restore connection, teaching parents how to raise respectful children with strength and love. Her work has become a movement for calmer, healthier homes, built on wisdom, lived experience, and lasting impact. This is Celia Kibler.
Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome to the International Day of Calm Summit. I am thrilled that you are all here today and hope you can attend as many sessions as possible. Put in the comments, let us know where you're coming from, what part of the world you live in, and hopefully you love in. Good morning, Christine. Good morning to all my friends that are out there. I'm so grateful that you're here because you know what? By being here, you are not just listening, you are not just discovering, you are becoming part of the solution. There's so much noise out there that people hear and they complain about, and they complain and they complain and they complain, and nobody comes up with solutions. Well, that's what we've come up with here. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Aisha. Home's in New York. We love New York. My whole family was from New York. I'm not. I'm from Baltimore. But this is why we're here, to find successful solutions that are going to truly affect the outcome of this world and the sad rage that is so commonplace. Violence is just plain common, and it's considered normal. And that's what we have to change. We have to change that people think it's okay to be violent. It's okay to destroy. It's okay to disrespect other humans. And honestly, it's okay that people disrespect ourselves. It's never okay. It is never okay. And nobody deserves disrespect. Not your children, not your partner, not your friends, your family, certainly not you. So let's get started with the first session of the International Day of Calm Global Summit, where I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to get to the bottom of the word calm. We're going to really teach you what it means to be calm and why humanity thrives when calm exists, when we make it a choice. Calm is scientifically proven. It is lived by choice. Let's get started. Okay. So I hope everyone, we got Oregon, we got South Carolina. Hi, Vicki. I hope everyone can see my screen okay. And I'm going to start the first session and kick this incredible summit off. This is all about where calm, C.A.L.M, lives. Because where calm lives, humanity thrives. Humanity doesn't just, hang out, doesn't just exist. It actually thrives. Everybody in it. This is your framework for calm, connection, and leadership. Because calm is not soft. Calm is leadership. When you lead with calm, whether it's your workplace, it's your children, it's your partner, it's your friends, it's your coworkers, whoever it is, you show them example of how they can be calm. And then you actually breed more calm. Okay, how do I do this, Czar? How do I make it go? Oh, wait, I think I have to go. Do I go to my window? Hold on. Technical difficulties because I'm not so good at this. Hold, please. Hold on. I think I have to figure out something. Oh, here we go. Okay, I figured it out. So this is right, and hopefully you all can see me. Yes, Czar, you can see me, and you can see my slides. I'm hoping. So this is a little bit about me. I'm a mommy of 5. I'm a grandma to 9. I'm a stepmommy to 3. I'm an award-winning, best-selling author, a family and relationship empowerment coach. You can go through this and read it. I have founded and co-founded 3 companies, all based on the benefit for children and their health and wellness. Fun Fit Family Fitness, beabetterparent.com, and this, the Day of Calm Foundation. I have won 2 awards I'm very proud of, the Mom's Choice Award and the International Impact Book Award for parenting. Let's talk about this time we live in. We live in a very harsh time as far as I'm concerned. I've lived through many decades. I'm old, so I've experienced many changes and transitions on this planet. I think often our youth think, well, everybody agreed before, or we've never disagreed. We've disagreed for all time. Everybody's disagreed. Why? Because we all have individual brains. And those brains don't always agree. And we can go on with our life and disagree with somebody else and not cancel them out of our lives. This world is full of stress and overwhelm, moving way too fast. We react way too fast. And with all the phone usage and screen usage and everybody carrying a phone in their hand, sitting at the table with tablets and phones, we are a disconnected society. Even a family that's all sitting in a living room together is disconnected because everyone's on a screen. Community has the word unity right in it. We need to bring back community. And the original community for a human starts right in your family. We need answers. We don't need more noise. We don't need more people arguing. We don't need more people controlling each other. We don't need more people abusing each other. We don't need more overreactions. We need thought. We need controlled reactions. We need to be proactive. Let's learn how we do it. We are led to believe in all kinds of social media, reels, all of those things going on like that calm is soft. You are soft if you approach a situation with calm. How many parenting videos do you see that says, this kind of parenting doesn't work? What works is yelling, screaming, and smacking your child. Does it? That just creates fearful children. It certainly doesn't create cooperative children, and it doesn't resolve the problem. Calm is leadership. Calm is intentional, and calm is a choice. You can be calm. Sometimes you're lacking the tools, and that's what you're going to learn at this summit, so that you can make an educated choice of not only should you be calm, why you should be calm. So what if the choices aren't out there? Aren't like you're waiting for them to show up? I'm sick of this, but I'm waiting for them to show up. What if the choice and the answers are right inside each of us? Yes, we each possess these choices. We each possess these superpowers. We each have our special gifts that are special just to us. So you honestly don't need to go searching for calm because it's within you. You just need to know how to find it. You need to know how you dive deep, how in a moment of quiet, you come up with a great answer, a great idea. You get in the shower, there's no outside noise, and things come to you. You're driving in the car. Yes, there's a lot of noise driving in the car, but sometimes you wind up coming up with a great idea. You go outside and you sit in the gift of nature that is there for free to help us be calm, to help us connect, to help us get free vitamin D from the sun that makes us stronger, literally through our bones. Where does calm live? There's stimulus and there's response. Something happened, and this is how you respond to it. It lives right in the middle, right there. Stimulus, calm, response. Because calm is how you respond. If you don't capture it, you will respond in a way that you might not be so proud of. that you might regret. Calm lives in the choices we make. Do we take personal responsibility for our behaviors, our actions, our reactions, our responses? It's all on us. If you respond angrily, that's on you. If you respond calmly, that's on you. It's all on you. You control yourself. You don't control anything else, and that's the secret to life. A wonderful, great human, Viktor E. Frankl, a neurologist, a psychiatrist, a Holocaust survivor. This is how he survived the Holocaust, because he knew between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is the power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Screenshot that, hang it on your wall, because that is what I want you to capture through all of this. Let's break calm down. C is for control. A is for appreciation. L is for learning. And M is for mindset. Let's talk about C, control. Why are you hugging yourself in the mirror and telling yourself you're amazing? Because you should do that every day. Your brain doesn't listen to anyone more than it listens to what you tell it. So tell it good stuff. Tell it positive stuff. Tell it the truth. Because when you say to yourself, I'm stupid, that is simply not true. When you say, I'm a loser, that is also simply not true. Whatever you tell your brain, it will prove what you tell it to be true. You are amazing. The secret to life, control. We feel stressed when we focus on other people. We focus on things that we can't control. Outcomes, opinions, actions. Something our child does, something our partner does, something someone at work does, something the computer does. We wind up looking at that. When you have something that's making you anxious or giving you a little concern and causing your mood to rise, I want you to think about something. I want you to ask yourself, is this under my control? Is it under my control? Can I do anything to change this? And if you can't, then you need to let it go and focus on, what can I do? What can I do to help this situation? Just like you're doing now. What can I do to make me stronger? What can I do to help the world? And yes, just you can help it, because what you do influences another and another and another and another. So ask yourself, I'm getting all upset about this. Is this something I can control? And then ask yourself, what can I do to help this situation? Is there anything I can do? And if there is, what can I do? And then do that. What you can control your thoughts. You can control your words. You can control your actions. You can control your responses. Think about that. Is this something I can control? Or is this not something I can control? And if it's not, let's work on something I can control, and that will help me deal with what I can't. Because what you can't control, literally, you have no control over. So it may affect you, but that's where your beliefs, your thoughts, your actions go to create the response to whatever's going on. For parents, you may not know what your children are going to do, but they should always know what you're going to do, because you're consistent and you respond in a consistent way. If you can respond violently to your kids, they're always going to know that no matter what they do, you're going to get angry and possibly hit them. And that's where a kid feels like a bad kid and is afraid of doing anything. No self-confidence. But if you provide comfort, calm, conversation, listening, your child feels safe. and they will come to you whenever they need help. Let's look at what this means for everyday life. You try to control others, instead regulate yourself. You're overthinking, take action. Sometimes overthinking things, and we all do it, I do it. The answer is, what is one quick step you can take to move whatever you're overthinking forward? Do that. You're emotionally reacting, look at what's happening and proactively create a response. The next time this happens with my child, this is how I'm responding. Get your partner on board. This is how we are responding. If there's something bugging you every day at work, at home, pull it out, dissect it. What is really going on here? And then create a proactive response to it. The great Martin Luther King Jr., one of my favorite humans to walk the planet, said, we must use time creatively in the knowledge that the time is always right for you to do right. It's always right to make a right choice. Always. Think about that. Incorporate it into your life. Time for A, appreciation. One of my favorite tools to connect people. People feel much better in a relationship where they're appreciated. Where do most of the divorces come from? They come from someone in that relationship feeling invisible, feeling like no one cares what I do, what I have to say. Same with teenagers. Why do teenagers leave the nest and go find somewhere else to be? Because they don't feel appreciated. They don't feel like anyone cares, anyone asks their opinion or wants it. Appreciation changes your energy. It changes your thoughts. It changes your relationships, and it changes your beliefs. Let's take a pause for a minute and let's appreciate the moment. I'm going to take a breath the way I want you to show your children how to take a breath. Because when you ask children to take a breath, it's a concept they don't really know. But I want you to hold up a finger. I want you to smell the flower. And I want you to blow out the candles. Everybody do this with me. We're going to do it 3 times. And just let's appreciate being together to create this world being a calmer, a better place for all of us and for future generations. Let's breathe. Breathe in. Smell the flower. Blow out the candles. Again, breathe in. Smell the flower. Blow out the candles. And let's do one more time. Breathe in through your nose, hold it, and out of your mouth. You just feel better, right? Appreciation changes everything. Everything. Turns scarcity into abundance. It turns criticism into recognition. It turns fear into possibility. And everybody that talks about why are these kids all so entitled today? Because they didn't learn gratitude. They didn't learn to appreciate what they have. Entitlement changes into gratitude. It changes the attitude of your children, of yourself, and of the people around us. When you appreciate someone in a food store and you say, thank you, Mary, for helping me. I appreciate it. Instant smile. Because most people don't even recognize the person who's doing the job. Start recognizing the good that you're doing, your kids are doing, your partners are doing, your coworkers are doing, the people in your community are doing, and don't just recognize it. Let them know you recognize it. Time for water. Appreciation changes everything. What you appreciate grows. You want more positivity in your home. You want more cooperation. Let your kids know when they've done something helpful. When they know you're proud of them, they'll do more of that. L is for learning. C-L-A-L-M. Cheers to coffee. C is also for coffee. Learning replaces the judgment and the criticism. I would think you would agree. There is way too much judgment going on in the world. You don't think like I do, therefore I hate you. But my hate is okay and much better than your hate, except that what we need to realize is everyone's hate is still hate. It is non-productive. It divides. It does not unify, and it certainly does not create a solution. No more hating, more learning. Learn about each other. If someone is different, ask them about themselves. Ask them about themselves. What do you like to do? Even people that come from different worlds, I guarantee you there is more commonality than differences between you and another person. Help your children understand this. Don't judge them. They aren't born to hate. They aren't born to judge. They learn it. Watch what you say. Judging, when you learn about someone, becomes understanding. Criticizing, when you learn about someone, becomes acceptance. Dividing, when you learn about someone, becomes connecting. The unity in community gets rebuilt. I want you all to remember, in this world of political unrest and social unrest, everyone has valid reasons to believe what they believe. Everyone. You may not agree, but you have valid reasons why you believe the way you believe that they don't agree with. So start being curious. Curiosity is a gift. Use it. Your children use it every day. It's half the reason why they get in trouble is because they get into things. But that is a brilliant mind. Brilliant minds are curious. Don't defeat that in your children. Let them explore. Set them up for success. Let them use their 5 senses. They want to see new things. They've seen things that maybe for the first time that you've seen for 10 years. So it's not interesting to you, but it's interesting to them. We are more alike than people want to think. And if we're not learning, we are doing a disservice to this world. We are built in a world of all kinds of cultures, people, beliefs, ideas, amazing human beings. Everyone has gifts, every last one. Learn about your neighbor. Ask questions, welcome them, smile. Smile is always contagious, and you can always hear a smile. You can hear me smiling. If you close your eyes and I talk like this, you know I'm not smiling. But if you close your eyes and I'm talking like this, you know I'm smiling. You feel the joy. Smile when you talk. And if you don't know how to, look in a mirror and teach yourself and teach your kids. Lead with curiosity. Let's go on to M. M is mindset. Your mindset shapes your life. Believe it or not, you can choose your mindset. You can learn to be joyful, to be grateful. You can learn to recognize that when 2 people are standing together, there is no way you are thinking or recognizing the same thing at the same time. Each person has their perspective. I work with couples all the time and they'll go, well, they should know. Well, how should they know? If you don't ask them, you want them to do something, speak up. Don't assume. Recognize that they're looking at the situation from a different perspective. No one sees the same perspective of a situation. Nobody. You are sitting here looking at the screen, and I guarantee you, you're seeing something that someone else isn't seeing. If you close your eyes and open them real fast, what is the first thing you see on this screen? Put it in the comments. Do you see the flowers? Did you see both flowers? Did you see the International Day of C.A.L.M logo in the corner? Did you see the man breathing? Did you see M equals mindset, which is the strongest letters on this, but you might not even seen it? What do you see? That's your perspective. Understand that your mindset, your beliefs can change your whole world. Think about that. Yes, I know life gets tough. I know there are things we deal with day in and day out. But I want you to examine them and think of, how can I approach this differently? How can I approach it in a more positive way? How can I look at the good in something? Do you know that everything has a benefit? Even the worst things that happen, somewhere there's a benefit. You may not see it right away, but you may see it down the road. My mom passed away from ALS, horrible disease. How could there be a benefit from that? My gratitude for that is that ALS is a young person's disease. She didn't get it until 86 years old. She got what's called bulbar ALS. It's kind of the reverse. She lived 86 years without that horrible disease. And they said 6 more months, and she lived 2 more years. And she was still able to paint up to a few months before her death. There's always gifts. You just have to be willing to see them, search them, and find them. And switch your perspective and switch your attitude and find the little ingredient there is to be grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for. If nothing else, then you woke up this morning and opened your eyes. It's a great day for a great day. Your mindset shapes your life. Thoughts, feelings, actions, everything is a choice. Everything. From every minute of every day, you make a choice. You make a choice to get out of bed. You make a choice to put your clothes on. You made a choice to come here. You made a choice to learn more. You make a choice to go to work. Kids make a choice to not give you a hard time to go to school. Every second of every day is a choice. Consider that choice. And if you have a tough choice, think, is this going to help me or hurt me? It's a pretty easy solution to help your kids too. Will this choice help me or hurt me? Help me or hurt me? Everything's a choice. Choose wisely. Another quote for you. Not every day is a good day. Live anyway. Not everyone will tell you the truth. Be honest anyway. Not all you love will love you back. Love anyway. Not all deals are fair. Be fair anyway. Not everyone is kind. Be kind anyway. Be who you want to be. Don't become someone you don't like just because they're acting that way. How many times does someone say, oh, well, they did that to me, so I'm going to do it back to them? Did you like when they did that? So why are you becoming them? There was a great thing that happened at the Oscars a couple of years back between Will Smith and Chris Rock, where Will Smith came up and smacked Chris Rock. And what did Chris Rock do? He could have smacked him back. No one would have been surprised, but he didn't. He was surprised, but he kind of joked it off and went on with the show. And Will Smith stomped off and was cussing and doing all kinds of things. And who looked the fool? But the world sadly focused on Will Smith and not Chris Rock, who is who they should have focused on, because he made the intentional decision at that moment to choose calm. Choose calm. It's the way we heal. It's the way we move forward. Here's where calm lives. Control what you can. Appreciate what is. Learn from each other. Choose your mindset. When we choose calm, humanity thrives. When calm lives in you, it lives in your home. When it lives in homes, it lives in communities. When it lives in communities, it changes the world. The world doesn't change when others change. It changes when we do. I am so thrilled you're here. We're going to have some time for question and answer, but I want to thank you for being part of the solution and welcome to the International Day of Calm Global Summit 2026. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned a lot from it. And I would love any questions or aha moments. Oh, we have some aha moments. Christine, failure isn't failure. Yes. And you know what I love to teach people about that? Is if I ask you guys what the opposite of success is, I'm willing to guess you're all going to put failure in the comments. Is that what you learned it as? You can put it in the comments. But here's the truth. The opposite of success is not failure. There's only one opposite of success, and that is giving up. Mistakes, failure, all on the road to success, just like you said, Christine. It's not a failure because we learn from it. If you're willing to learn, you are now moving that much closer to success. Thank you for that.